Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called largest number. So you're given a list of integers, you have to arrange them so that they form the largest number. Let's try to take an example to understand this. So suppose this is your list of non-negative integers. What you have to do is find the largest number. Okay? So you have to basically decide which order you are going to take them. If we take this particular order, right, 9, then 5, then 34, then 3, then 30, we will get the largest number. If we try to take them in any other order, like let's say we take 5 first, then we take 34, then we take 30, then we take 9, then we take 3, we will get some other number, but it will not be largest. So the largest number is the one in green color. How do you decide which order you have to take the numbers, right? So if you have to order the numbers, the first thing that comes to your mind is sorting. But which type of sorting? If you sort these by values, what will happen is, if you sort it by values, then you will put 34 first, because 34 is largest among all these 5 numbers. Then you will put 30, then you will put 9, then you will put 5, then we will put 3. But this is not our answer, because we just saw that the answer is a number which is starting from 9. So you cannot simply sort by value. So we know that sorting by value doesn't work. Okay, what if you think of sorting by first digit? So we see that first digit is 9, so we put the first number 9. Then first digit 5 is largest, so we put 5. What about these three numbers? All of them are having same first digit. What do you do in this case? In this case, let's think that we may sort by second digit. Okay, for these two numbers you can do that, because you will see that 34 is larger than 30, because 4 is greater than 0. Okay, and then if second digit was also same, you could have sorted by third digit. If third digit was also same, you could have sorted by fourth digit, and so on. But what will you do in such cases where you don't even have a second digit? So for example, here in these cases, what are you going to do? So for these you will have to think of some other approach. What do? You write them as 330, or you write it as 303. Which of the following is better? How do you decide? So deciding in these cases is problematic unless you think of a simple solution. What is that simple solution? Is to use them as strings instead of numbers. So if you write them as numbers, it will be problematic. You will have to compare digit by digit. Also, you will run into problems in such cases where you may have a second digit for one number, but you don't have for the other number. So what do? You write them as strings. That will solve our problem. How is it going to solve a problem? Let's say you want to decide which of these numbers you want to place. Write them as strings. You write 3 and 30 as strings, and then you simply define a simple logic to check which string is bigger, either the string 330 or the string 303. So we know that the string 330 is larger than the string 303. So in this case, what you are going to do? You are going to let 3 remain first, okay, then 30. So this is your sorting logic. So let's look at this sorting logic properly, and then we'll be able to understand it much better. So this is your list that is passed to you. What you're going to do? First, you are going to compare 3 and 30. What is the simple logic? Compare the string 330, okay, versus the string 303. So just write both of the numbers as strings, concatenate them in both ways. First in one order, second in the reverse order, and see which of them is better. So you know that in this case 330 is the clear winner, because the string 330 is larger than the string 303. So you let 3 remain first. Okay, so let me write so just to differentiate, let me write the answer, okay, the sorted answer vector as such. Okay, so right now this is your sorted vector. Now what do? Next you see another, so let me erase this, and next you see another number that comes up. Which is that number? That number is 34. So what do? You compare 3 and 34. So how do you compare? Let me take the same color, black. So whether 334 is larger or 343 is larger, right? First time you take 3 first, then 34. Second time you take 34 first, then 3. Now you compare both the strings, 334 or 343. So 343 string is winning. So what do? In this case, you push 34 in the vector before 3, because 34 should come before 3, as we just saw. So let me erase this, and in this case what will happen is 34 will come first, then 3, then 30. Okay, Now let me erase this and let us move forward to the next element. Next element we have 5. Now you are comparing 34 and 5, right? So how do you compare? First you write 34, then you write 5. Or you write 5, then you write 34. You have two cases. You have to see which case is winning. So clearly 534 string is bigger than the string 345. So what you do? You have to put 5 before 34, right? Because 5 should come before 34. So that is what you're going to do. So let me erase this and push 5 in my sorted vector. So let us erase this and we will push 5 here. Okay. Now you are going to see 9, right? So in this case what you are going to do? You are going to compare which is larger, 9, 595 or 59, right? So by the way, we are going to do insertion sort, so you have to see the position where you have to place it. But luckily in this particular instance, just comparing with the first element is giving us our answer, but actually we are inserting it at the correct position. So you have to compare 95 or 59, which is larger. So the string 95 is larger than 59. So in this case what you are going to do, you are going to put 9 before 5 in your sorted vector. So let me place 9, take the same color, let me place 9 before 5 and let me erase this. So this is your final sorted vector and this is your answer. Now this will give you a vector, but what you have to do, you have to convert it into a particular string. So you will just concatenate all these things together and this final string is going to be your answer. This is going to be our logic and let us start coding it. So first of all, you have to declare a string that is going to be your answer. Next, you are declaring a vector or strings, because as we saw, we are not going to take them as integer type, rather we are going to take them as string type. Comparing is easy using that. So let me just call it as ASTR. So A is the vector that is passed, which is integer type, but we are going to take a string type and compare it. So for auto, or let me give integer itself. For integer x, all the integers x which are in A, let us just transfer them to this vector. So ASTR dot push back. Okay, you are going to convert them to, you are going to convert the number to basically a string, right? So that is what you are doing. So you are converting them to string and you are pushing back the number as such. Okay. Now what is the next thing? After you have converted it to string, you have to compare them. So you're going to do the sort, but you're going to pass the custom comparator instead of the actual sort. So that is our next logic. Let's pass a custom comparator that will solve our problem. So we will have to define this custom comparator. So it is going to be Boolean type. It is going to compare and return true versus false for each of the following values, and let us compare. So we are going to compare string A with string B. We are going to compare two strings at a time, right? And what is your condition or logic? If A plus B is greater than B plus A. So we are just concatenating both the strings and checking, right? As we saw in the example, let's say you have to check 3 and 30. So what you are doing? You are first checking if 330 is larger or 303 is larger, right? If 330 is larger, then what you have to do? You have to return true. That means you are saying that the string A is greater than string B. So place A before B. Okay. So that's what you are going to do. Otherwise, what you are going to do? You will return false. So if it doesn't return true, it has to return a Boolean value. In the end, it will return false. Okay. So that's it. We have done the sorting part. Now we have to push everything in answer. So let us do that. So for strx, which is a part of ASTR, simply you can do answer dot append x, or you can simply do answer plus equal to x also, whichever you like can do. So after this, what you are going to do is you can return answer, but there is just one more thing. There is a case which is there here. The test case is as such, where you have the numbers 0 0 0 0. Now in this case you don't want 0000 to be returned as this particular answer. We don't want this. We just want a single zero to be returned as answer. So what do you do? But if you use this particular logic which we have done right now, the answer that will get returned is this. We don't want this as answer. We want a single zero as the answer. So what we are going to do is we will have to remove the initial zeros if there are any. So that is one important thing which you have to keep in mind. And how do you remove the initial zero? So you will just check while answer of, so you'll have to declare an index. Let me just give start. So while answer of start, we are removing the starting zeros. That's what we are doing here. So while answer of start is equal to 0, and let's say start is less than answer dot size minus 1, right? In that case, you can just keep on incrementing start, and then you can return the substring from the position start. So if there are no zeros, anyway start is equal to 0. If there are zeros, what it will do, it will reach to the index up till where there are zeros, and after that it will pass the substring starting from that index. It will ignore the initial zeros. So that, I hope that it should work. Let's test and see if it is working. So there is a error. Here is the error. I have given a comma where I should have given a dot. So let's submit and see if it is working. So again there is a error. Did you mean S? Okay, I should have given string here. Let's submit again and see if it is working. Okay, so this is the test case that I was talking to you about. Why is this test case not working? So okay, while answer dot start is equal to 0 and start, I have given start greater than answer dot size minus 1. I should have given start less than answer dot size minus 1. Okay, that's it. I hope that it should work now. So compilation is successful. It is correct. Thank you for being patient and listening.